Monday here in my channel, and remember it's about self-love. I'm having talked about many times about my pillars and my channel, so I think so you don't need to remind me maybe that I'm Veronica. And today we like to talk about not doing much. So what is the difference between being lazy and conscious have a rest, right? So we would like to discuss about this topic because having struggled during this couple months that I have pursuing something new in my life, and I couldn't stop to doing what I'm trying to achieve, and I end up with more stress, and how more hard to me achieve what I want. So that is the reason this topic is so relying on me, and I believe it's gonna rely on many of you. So we're gonna start to talk about what is the difference between laziness and conscious rest. Laziness is when, for example, you're gonna feel lack of motivation. Laziness is when you're gonna try to avoid commitment, right? By other hands, conscious rest is when you intentionally is gonna separate time for rest. When you intentionally is gonna be do something to feel much better, more calm. So what is that? Yoga, Pilates, any type of Asian technique that help us to breathe better, right? Meditation. So it's more about how you reduce your stress. So when you can now realize what I'm doing, I'm being lazy, or I'm consciously trying to rest because I know all these things that I have right now in my hands sometimes are more than I can handle, right? And why this is so important. This is so important for many topics, but I'm gonna give you 3. Because you can have a chronic stress for pushing too much. You can have a physical and mental fatigue that is going to be really difficult to overcome. You can affect your personal relationship because you're going to end up being isolated, or maybe you are not rest enough, so you're going to be rude with the person that you love. And also something that I was experienced to me when I give me enough time to rest, because it's not just you say I gotta stop now and I'm gonna rest in 5 minutes. No, it's not. When you are stressed, you have a struggle to stop. So it's leave enough time to stop it consciously at some point. The mind, right? How we get stop our mind. So when we, in my experience, we have rest enough that I disconnect from things that I'm be responsible, as when my mind is clear, I have a clearest mind and I can take better decisions, because at that point when I take all this thought in my mind and I just rest, is when I have the best ideas, because I can find solutions. So that is the reason for me it's so important to stop not doing much, not because I'm lazy, because I need that for my future me to be able to take the best decision. And one simple steps that I can give it to you is try to start with some, especially if you are this kind of person that can never stop, try to start with some inactive periods, but during the day. For example, if you're working between 9 and 5, and after that you meet with some friends, but not just because you want to meet them, because you feel forced to do that, you don't enjoy, because when you go to this place you're still thinking, that is not the best way to meet people. They don't deserve this kind of time. They say quality time. So it's much better that you use this time going home. Sometime for me, when I just sit down in front of the window and look outside, when I on the park just sit down and try to stop my head, is when I have the best moment. So when I meet someone, for example, 3 hours later, is when they're gonna have the best of me, because now I am fully focus in this person because I have enough resting, right? So that is so important to resting. So if you like this video, if you like this content, subscribe to my channel. Remember that my commitment with you, share most information as possible. And as I always said, share information and let's make a community.